Hello and welcome back to the Rope Access and Climbing Podcast, YouTube edition. I am your host, Mikey Stevenson, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to pass a knot through a lowering system. Now, if this is your first time here, please make sure to subscribe and follow us wherever you get your podcasts. So stay tuned. Step into your harness and get ready for a podcast about the vertical world. Before we dive in, I just want to put out a little disclaimer. There's 1,001 ways to do what we're going to do today. It may not be the exact same way that you're used to seeing it, or maybe you've never seen this before, so it would be kind of cool to see what we're doing here. But just to let you know, just the way that I'm doing it may not be the way that you've seen it. It doesn't make it wrong. All right? There's, like I said, 1,001 ways to do everything we do. Also, another thing is I'm going to be only using one rope, and the reason for that here is just to make it easier to see what's going on, not get confused by two different ropes. So yeah, we're going to pass one knot with one rope through the system. So let's dive in. All right, well, thank you very much for tuning into today's episode. Like you already know, we are lowering a knot through a system. So how we do that, we're going to be using a pretty basic system here. Really, at the end of the day, all I have is a Grion and a rope grab here. In this case, I have a shunt, but you could use a tib lock or an auto block if you had those. Obviously, that will really depend on the environment you're working. Mountain rescue stuff, tib locks and auto blocks are going to be pretty common. Industrial, commercial, you're going to be using shunts, ducks, hand descenders, basics, stuff like that. So without further ado, let's kind of dive into what we're going to be doing here. So like I said, this is our Alpine Butterfly, and we have our load at the other end of this here. And obviously our lower is going to be further than what this knot is. So this knot is going to have to get fed through this Petzl rig and then out so we can get the load back down to the ground, or down to the ground at all. All right. Obviously we know that knots don't go through devices, so we're going to have to interrupt that system. At the end of the day, what we're trying to achieve here is a load transfer. We're transferring the load from one device to another device, and then transferring it from this device back to this device. All right, so let's dive in here. So first thing first, we're lowering our load down, and we know that it's gonna be coming up. Okay, it's not super heavy, this load. Okay, but now we don't want this to get too close. All right, so that's kind of where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get rid of my redirect carabiner, lock off my descent device. I'm gonna introduce my rope grab Grion. I'm gonna just attach this, into this case, to the same carabiner, the bridle carabiner, if you will. I'm gonna put the rope grab on the rope. In this case, I want my Grion to lower out as far as possible. So I'm gonna kind of just lock that in right here. This is super short, and then that'll give me as much throw on my Grion rope as possible. Okay, good. For good measure, I'm just gonna tie this off a little bit just so I don't accidentally bump anything as I transfer the load from the rig onto the Grion. So just gonna bump this down a little bit here. And there we go. Okay, now that rope is there. As you can tell, the rig no longer has any weight. So I'm gonna open up the rig, put the knot on the other side, close that, lock that off. Now, the knot here is on the other side of the rig. Okay, open this up here and then lower it out. There we go. Now I'm going to transfer the load from this Grion back onto the rig. There we go. Pull this back, remove this. Get rid of this, tidy this area up a little bit. Excellent. Okay, so now we have this Alpine Butterfly on top of that rig. Put that redirect carabiner back in. And I can continue to lower. All right, that's all I have. All right, well, thank you everyone for tuning into today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. And, you know, in the event that you have to pass a knot through a lowering system, this will give you some guidance on how to do that. Let me know in the comments below of other ways that you like to kind of do the same thing. Also, if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. It definitely supports my channel and shows me that you like this content. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. Follow us wherever you get your podcasts as I put out new content every Sunday. Until next time.